Hey guys, what's up? It's Tingo Taylor here today, and I am bringing you a really strange build, I guess. This build, I wanted to do something. I don't know how to explain. I had an idea where I could make a whole bunch of different like studio apartments and use them. I was thinking of like trying to use platforms so that I could I don't know, create like these cool like bed spots or storage spaces or whatever. And with the way that The Sims works, it was never gonna happen. So yeah, I kind of wanted it to be like just a normal room, and then perhaps having like a, I don't know. I have seen some places where the walls are extremely tall and they put cupboards in and they leave the space between the top of the cupboard and the ceiling open, and it just creates a ton more space. And I was kind of hoping to do something like that, except underneath, instead of being cupboards there, it would just be a wall. And on the other side of that wall is like the next apartment. So it kind of is like staggered, but not really. But I just, it was a terrible experience this. I'm not gonna lie, trying to get it to actually work the way I wanted it to. Um, but I made it work. It looks ugly on the outside, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. Because I got way too far in and didn't want to give up. I had a build that I got a bit into and gave up on, but I'm gonna go revisit that one and rework it because I'm just over. I don't know, I'm over it. Like I don't want to waste my time. But this did take me 8.5 hours, and as you can see here, I have no idea what I'm doing with this uh tool, terrain tool, terrain editing. I really wanted it to work, but I guess I should have done it on a bigger lot to make the hill a bit more believable. Because right now it looks pretty horrendous. I didn't want all the dirt, I just wanted it to be a grass hill, and I just kept making it more and more of a dirt hill. So yeah, we definitely gave up on that pretty quick. I do go back and fix it at some point, I think, and make it a little more less hideous. So this apartment complex, I guess, has seven, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 7 separate apartments. So there is 4 studio apartments, there is 2 2-bedroom apartments, and there is 1 huge apartment that is 1 bedroom, but it's huge. And it has a huge outdoor space. I could have given the 2-bedroom apartments outdoor space as well, but I probably forgot since I spent 8.5 hours on it. I definitely did give it thought, but yeah, it took way too long to actually do it. So it was, yeah, lots and lots of fun. I was really annoyed I couldn't do up 1 more level, because if I had have been able to do up 1 more level, it would have been a multi-room, like a probably 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. But it's not, and that's okay. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of absolutely hate the build, but I also kind of absolutely love it. I'm very mixed on my feelings about it, and I'm also a little bit annoyed because I wanted to do multiple videos over my week off and I only got one video done, but it is 8.5 hours long, so I guess technically that's multiple videos worth of content. I don't think in this video we really get too far into the actual furnishing, so that will come out next week. And like both videos next week will be furnishing this, I guess, and then one more the week after. That's 4 videos, which, my goodness, is a lot. I don't know, but I actually kind of really love this build. It's something definitely very different, and I definitely tried to think about who would sort of live here and the different styles and the different sort of people, and that's kind of what I was alluding to last week, where I was like, oh, I'm kind of like doing a thing where I'm doing all these different builds, but different styles, but it's one build. Yeah, it's this. That, I guess it kind of makes sense now, but I absolutely love it in the inside. And I definitely tried to fit a whole bunch of different people in. So, you know, I had one that was just like a very, I don't want to say like derelict, but it was a build that was just like, this person clearly doesn't care about anything. And their apartment's a bit grosser compared to everyone else's, but you know, whatever. And yeah, it was really interesting and fun to just, I have no idea what was happening at this point. I couldn't floor for some reason. I had to keep dragging things back and forward, and then it suddenly worked. Anyway, I had a good time doing this build. It is massive and probably highly unusable, but I've created so many different people and groups and families and whatever in my head, so there is, yeah, like I said, 4 people who live, oh sorry, 4 studios, and they've all got distinct personalities in them. And then there are 2 2-bedroom apartments, one of which I challenged myself to try and fit 8 Sims in. And it's also, like I said before, 2 bedrooms, so that was, yeah, it was a bit of fun. Excuse me. And I've kind of had the thought that the people who live here will probably own the particular, like if you live in the studio, then you own the studio that you live in, or the apartment, you own that apartment. Because I really wanted to personalize it, but sometimes I feel like I was personalizing it too much. So I definitely think, yeah, these people own these apartments. And I love it. I think the personalization of it is awesome. So, this one that I've just moved everything to now is the apartment of a person who just, like, the entire apartment's falling down around them and they just can't be bothered to fix it up. Like, do the renovations. and as you can see, the entire flat studio is about to be just a mismatch of whatever. Because I don't know, I felt like there should at least be one. I wanted the person to live here to not really care about how good or bad their living situation was. They were just happy to be living somewhere. And the rest of them look a lot better than this. I thought it was kind of funny putting like an expensive gaming kit in, I guess, and having the rest of the studio look kind of gross, but the desk area is the bit that looks really nice. Because if I had a really bad looking apartment, I would definitely prioritize certain things. But yeah, my flat or apartment or whatever I lived in would never look like this because it is pretty bad. And I even made the walls yellow so they were like old and needed a good clean and were very, very yucky. But yeah, the rest of the apartments I kind of picked. I made a person in my mind and made them not gross like this. Because in my mind, this person definitely has the money to fix up the apartment, but just doesn't. Because they're like, nah, I'm good, hey, I'm just gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna live with the way I am because I'm happy with that. And if they're happy with that, that's fine, but I would never live there. So yeah, I thought I would try and do something cool, like turn these cabinets into a bed head, I guess, but I didn't exactly like it, so I used these modular type things to make it instead, and I think it's super cute, especially for this style of room. This is definitely someone who's either, I would say, like a spoiled princess, or I don't know, I feel like Rachel Green. This is, if any of you have watched Friends, this is like a Rachel Green room. Like, she's trying to make it on her own, but also, like, has to have all the nice things in life. Which, you know, you're allowed to have nice things, but this is also an extremely tiny apartment, and I bet Rachel would not like to live here. But yeah, I think I'd much prefer this apartment over the last one. There's no room for my cat, but if it's temporary until I get a bigger place for my cat, I'll take it. I think I mentioned in my last video that I had to move. That's why this video, you're actually getting it now instead of last video. I was given a day's notice to move, and yeah, I just had to pump out a video, and that's the one you got. I got extremely sunburnt, even though I put sunscreen on, and even though I have stopped moving, like I've finally finished moving, I am absolutely exhausted still. Some of my flatmates from my previous flat have come with me, which is fantastic. Oh, temporarily move. Forget that for a second. These paintings, that's the word I was gonna say, photos. They are not custom content. They are on the gallery, and I will link below the person's name because I don't know how to pronounce it. And to be honest, I don't really remember the entire name. So I will add it down below in the comments, not in the comments, in the description, because they put out a whole bunch of no CC art, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I use it in at least 3 of the apartments and studios. They're amazing and beautiful. And yeah, they asked to be mentioned, not mentioned, like let people know that they've made that I didn't just find some random person. Like, this is someone who they want to be recognized for what they do, and I totally respect that. So, if you want to know who they are, I will put their gallery ID in the comments, on the comments in the description below, so that you guys can check them out, because I love it. I love all of the art that obviously I've used, and I think you guys should definitely check them out. Yeah, the art is fantastic. I did, yeah. Anyway, that's the build. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.